Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know how much I love being a dad. I love being a father. I tell you what, watching my children grow up into who they are becoming and who they will be someday is amazing and an honor for me. And I gotta tell you, being a parent is a fantastic job and I just love it. But part of being successful in business is also feeling like you're succeeding as a parent. That you're helping your children grow up to be independent, happy, fulfilled, and successful. It's the key to feeling like your work-life balance is healthy. You know what I mean? And after all, feeling successful in whatever you choose to define success as, because it's a choice, is a key factor in overall happiness and fulfillment. But there is a way to actually help your kids be more successful. I'm going to tell you, I have a 14-year-old that has 2 years of college credits and is about to finish her last lesson of her senior year. That's right. So she'll be starting her graduation summer in March. And that's because she's worked to stay ahead. In fact, I'm so proud of my kids. We just are experiencing spring break right now. And instead of wanting to go anywhere in the world they could want to go, they wanted to stay home and finish their schoolwork and get it done. Now, my younger daughter is about to finish her academic year this weekend by completing the rest of her lessons, and then she'll start her summer as well. And I love the responsibility that we've instilled in our children. And it makes sense, though, to get your kids involved in things at a very young age and instill that sense of responsibility. Now, part of that, doing that work, is ensuring that they feel involved with the family. I was just recently, the reason I'm doing this video today is I was recently reading some Harvard information, and a 85-year study I found has been going on where researchers evaluated the backgrounds of over 700 high achievers. And they found a strong connection between doing household chores and later professional success. It makes sense because kids who feel involved in shared responsibilities and who feel part of a larger ecosystem derive a greater sense of self-worth. We've involved our children in our business interactions and in all of our dealings ever since they were very young. In fact, I think a big joke in the corporate world was whenever you invite Douglas Vandergraph to the boardroom, he shows up with his wife and kids. But I always felt that if somebody wanted me to come somewhere and be there and my family wasn't allowed to come, then that's probably someplace I didn't need to be. And if you think about across the ecosystem of our country, where would men go? The bar or someplace like that? I obviously wouldn't bring my wife and children there, so I never needed to be there, and I never went to those places. It's just something that I kind of did over the years. But we're at Coca-Cola in the boardroom, and I'm sitting there discussing business with all these executives, and my wife and children are sitting there. My kids are crayoning, and my wife would usually bring little cakes or something it was very homey feeling. But I just love my family. I love who they are, and I love who they've become and who they're becoming, because we change, you see, and we can become better. We can make choices. We can change our lives. That's a great thing about being a human, right? So kids that are involved in shared responsibility feel like they're part of a larger ecosystem, right? And they also become able to see the needs of people around them and are therefore more willing to help others, the study found. Now, in short, what they were saying is they become less self-centered. And if you do everything for me and I don't have to participate, clearly the world must revolve around me. And they develop a better work ethic. I got to tell you, my work ethic was pretty good as a child, but I was forced into an adult role at a very young age. So as a result, I was able to build a different type of work ethic and a different sense of responsibility than other people my age or friends around me had, which ended up being a frustration for me in certain ways. But, the funny thing is about this is that all of these things lead to better career success down the road when we involve our children in our activities and give them a sense of responsibility. They develop a sense of teamwork, empathy, work ethic, and the willingness not to just lead, but also to follow. And you know what? The best leaders are followers of their team. And then there's this, kids who do chores are more likely to be happier as adults. There was a study that I read published in the Journal of Development and Behavioral Pediatrics that found that children who start helping with small tasks by the time they're 4 or 5 years old have higher levels of self-confidence and self-efficacy. And this all makes sense though. Accomplishments make you feel good, and receiving praise for accomplishment also feels good, right? So even if it's something as small as putting away toys, still it makes a sense. It's kind of like when my kids would put away their toys, I'd say, hey, why don't you clean up your room? And then I would go in and get involved with them, and I'd help them. And we were part of a team working to help them accomplish their goal. And it's funny. The researchers wrote that compared with children who regularly perform chores, children who rarely perform chores had greater odds of scoring in the bottom quintile on self-reported pro-social academic ability, peer relationship, and life satisfaction scores. The frequency of chores in kindergarten was positively associated with the child's perception of social, academic, and life satisfaction competencies in the 3rd grade, independent of sex, family income, and parent education. So you see, like I always say, it doesn't matter where you come from, what your history is, what your past is. It's what you do today with your children that makes sense. It seems like in this world, people always want to give all the attention to the child who has some sort of a sickness or a disability. I want to tell you right now, healthy kids need just as much of your attention. They need just as much of your love. And it's never too late for you to become involved as a parent. It's never too late to start getting amazing results. Think about it. We're adults and we're working on becoming better people so we can build the lives we want. Why don't we spend time with our kids, give them our attention, our time, our conversation, and help them to build the lives that they want? They just want our love. Give them your love. And more chores within reason, better life and happiness outcomes, that all goes in hand, right? Especially if you make those chores part of a team effort. So when I'm watching my kids clean their room, if I'm in there helping them to clean their room, it makes their chores part of a larger ecosystem, one that we're all in together. I think that it's pretty common for parents to just leave a note or say, hey, get that done, and then expect the child to do it. And then they'll go and they'll check on the progress and they'll make sure, hey, you completed your chores. That's not the best way to approach it, according to the studies that were done at Harvard over this long period of time. The best way to approach it is to ask your child to do something, wait till they engage in the activity, and then jump in with them, help them out, have conversation, enjoy working together, teach them the value of teamwork. But you know what? Show them you love them by being involved with them. It makes sense, right? I got to tell you, it is a perfect metaphor for later success, since no one ever does anything truly worthwhile without help and support, right? You have my help. I hopefully have your support. You definitely have my support. And that's how we make the world move forward. I do friends with business. I do business with friends for the most part. Love doing business with my friends. They help me, they support me. My family helps me, they support me. You help me, you support me. You see, that's what makes the world go round. We want to get better. We want to build bigger lives, have bigger bank accounts, have bigger portfolios of business that we're involved in. Not to be richer, yet to be richer in the fact that we can help other people live better and more successful lives. You see, we are the opportunity providers. You and me, we start businesses not because we want to own a new business. It's because we want to be able to employ people and enable them to have better lives, great lives, pay for their bills and live their dreams. We do that by applying ourselves and doing things like opening businesses or being as responsible as we possibly can. When we live our life in the best way, we're setting the example for others to do the same. We're also helping to prop up the support mechanisms in our society that allow many to benefit and to move forward with their lives as well. This all kind of plays hand in hand, right? But back to the whole point of this video. Being a parent is my favorite thing. I just love it. I woke up this morning and my kids slept in a little bit, and I went in and checked on them. And you know what it's like when you go in and you just kind of open the door and peek on your kids, and they're sleeping, and they look so peaceful and amazing. And I tell you, I love my daughters. They're everything. They're my world to me. And then I got to thinking about some of the stuff I've been reading and thought I'd throw this video together today. But listen, get involved with your kids. And chores are a great place to start that involvement. Show them the value of teamwork. Show them the value of working together. It'll not only make your home happier, it'll enhance your relationship with your children, and it'll build the type of future that you deserve living. I care about you, I believe in you, and you know what? I'll be back tomorrow with some more great information, just some stuff to get you thinking, because we want to continue to think and move down this path towards our beautiful lives, building our goals and dreams, and being happy and successful. Friends, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.